If the Sphinx closes its eyes and the seasons change, then it is the date of destruction. This is how the papyrus, which is thousands of years old, says. A state of controversy was created by the Sphinx statue, around which many myths and stories revolve. Pictures and video clips showing the Sphinx with its eyes closed, and it is said that it is without interference from the Antiquities Authority at all. What is it the truth of this matter? We all know the Sphinx, the most famous statue in the world, which has great historical importance, and which has been around it since ancient times, myths, stories and rumors, due to its obscurity over the years. Overnight, the Sphinx blossomed with its eyes closed in a suspicious scene, so how can a statue close its eyes without an active action? Many photos and videos that spread on social networking sites are said to have been taken of the Sphinx with its eyes closed, or human influence, and the controversial that some sources confirm that pictures and videos are not Photoshop, as there are opinions that say that the Sphinx has fallen asleep, which is a sign from it that something will happen soon or a disaster will happen, as the papyrus says, which many social media pioneers claim. Aware that it is real on the matter that will happen exactly, you are with any need because it is real, but this papyrus did not reveal the matter that will happen exactly, but it described it as destruction. Nevertheless, there is a team that came out on the scene claiming that it is not a picture of the real Sphinx present in Egypt, but rather it is the Sphinx was cloned, which was made several years ago in China, where some modifications were made to it, in which its eyes were closed. In the end, they are all myths and legends. So is closing the eyes of the Sphinx a new myth as well, as some have claimed, and the pictures and videos that have been circulated on the social networking site and social media in the past few hours, are nothing but fabricated pictures and videos that were made to create a state of controversy and lead the trend, asking how old the statue is. Thousands of years to change a form of my body, and there is no clear answer yet, and the matter is still suspicious. The beginning of this matter and the beginning of the news by someone posting a video on his own account and wrote in it about a strange thing that happens to the Sphinx, and we notice that the eyelids of the Sphinx are closed. The video spread with lightning speed on social networking sites, and after the video, a group of pictures spread of the Sphinx while he closed his eyes for pictures a second to the pictures of the Sphinx while he opened his eyes. So did the Sphinx really close his eyes? Whoever wants to know the answer completes the video with us. In principle, the reason that made the Sphinx appear in the pictures with his eyes closed in this way is the weather and climate factors in addition to the quality of the camera for the video. The weather is cloudy and the sun is not shining at all, and there are sandy winds that are limited to the image, especially since the person who is photographing is standing very far from the Sphinx and is often photographed with a mobile camera. It is basically anointed that you are a statue with my eyes closed, not because it is sleeping or anything, and the image from afar is not clear. The biggest evidence of this is that there is a second video filmed at the same time of the Sphinx while it has its eyes open or not, and from here he began to say how, but the first video, which is that the video was filmed from afar, and by the way, there are no other videos available on social media other than these two videos, but they are the ones who triggered all this. The images stormed the social media suddenly, and the Sphinx in these images clearly shows that his eyes are closed, but what these images are on the videos is that the images are of high quality, and they can also be imagined in the morning, the clear weather, and the sun rising. God means the real images. Pictures, and we don't need to say, of course, that the subject of photo editing doesn't need specialists or giant programs, and we don't grieve anyone with a phone or a sitting person who can do this simply. At the same time, there are real pictures. Very much, even ordinary citizens went on a field visit and photographed the Sphinx, and it opened a sample, did not close its eyes or anything, except that in responsible sources within the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, they confirmed that the pictures and videos circulated regarding the eye of Abu Ila, whether it is fabricated or exaggerated, and that the issue is just an allegation that has no basis in truth. As for the bright side, the news that came about closing the eyes of the Sphinx worked in an exaggerated way to stimulate tourism and the visit to the Sphinx, and many Egyptians agreed to go to the Giza Plateau and many foreigners to see the Sphinx, and they check if the Sphinx has its eyes closed or open, and this was an activation for tourists. If you liked the video, please subscribe to the channel and like the video.